Welcome back to Old School Sports and our Tennis Manager 2021 playthrough. We are in the early stages of the 2023 season. Want to review how the first few weeks have gone with our players. Stefan Kozlov started off the year in a 90 level event in Australia. He won his first match with a bye, second match by forfeit, but then he got bounced in the round of 16 by Gianmarco Moroni. So a bit of a disappointing start to the season there for Stefan. And then he moved on to qualifying for the Australian Open and almost got the job done. You can see he was the 24th seed in qualifying, won his first round match in straight sets over Evan King, won his second round match after losing the first set 6-3, but then fell in the third round of qualifying 7-6, 6-4 to the number one seed, Marco Cecchinato. So a bit of a disappointing result there for Stefan in terms of not being able to get into the main draw. More recently, he made it to the quarterfinals of the Launceston Open, and then he also just lost in the quarterfinal of the Chennai Open, where unfortunately, as you may have noticed, he suffered a minor injury. He has an arm cramp, going to be out for 7 to 12 days, so unfortunately that will put him on the mend for the next week to 2 weeks. Our Academy's other player, Maxime Cressy, has also had a slow start to the season. You can see he was the number one seed in the Canberra Open second week of the season, won his first match relatively easily, but then was upset in straight sets 4-4 in the round of 16. So that was a disappointing start to the season as he was getting ready for the Australian Open. And then he had an epic match, which he ended up unfortunately losing in the first round. But if I can find the match, I would love to show it to you. Right here, yeah. Kei Nishikori, two top 50 players playing in the first round, so kind of a difficult draw for both of them. And you can see that he lost to Nishikori in 5 sets, 2-6, 7-6, 6-7, 7-6, 3-6. So they swapped sets back and forth throughout the match. Disappointing for Maxime to get bounced in the first round of the Australian Open, but obviously, I guess technically he was an underdog as the 47th ranked player in the world against the 46th ranked player in the world. More recently, though, Maxime has been on a nice run for us, and we are getting to a game in the finals right now. You can see he was off the week after the Australian Open, has been training, and right now we are at the Chennai Open, where our counterpart in the Old School Sports Tennis Academy, Stefan Kozlov, got injured. But Maxime, the number one seed in the tournament, is getting ready to face Dudi Sila, who is the one who bounced Stefan when he got injured. And actually, this is a match that we have already played and won once. You may be wondering why I'm not showing you that epic match from the Australian Open that Maxime was involved in with Kei Nishikori. It's because the program crashed on us. So it had been saved right before this match. So hopefully we can go out and win again at this 80 level event. It would stink to have won the match once and thought that we had a tournament title for Maxime. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can get the title back that we've already won once. Obviously a slow start to the season for the players, but if Maxime can get this 80 level win, would be a step in the right direction. He's not going to be playing too many more 80 level tournaments at this point in his career, simply because unless he wins like we're hoping he will right now, just doesn't earn enough points to make it worthwhile. And we are up an early break, 2 early breaks on Dudi Sila, so hopefully hopefully justice will be served and we'll get the win that we had in this before the program crashed on us. Off to a good start, certainly. Up his intensity on his serve and his key points. We will try to just knock this out quickly and move on. And we're up another early break in the second set, so hopefully that means good things to come. And it does. So a 6-0, 6-3 victory for Maxime Cressy. He is your 80-level Chennai Open 2023 champion. Marks the third consecutive season working with the Old School Sports Academy that Maxime has won at least an 80-level event on the tournament. So this will be a small boost for his rankings. Obviously, we've got to start doing better work in higher-level tournaments to really get into the top 35 in the world, but still good to have an 80-level win on the books for the remainder of this season as we start out 2023. And as we prepare for the next week, we're both Maxime and Stefan. We're planning on being at the New York Uniondale Open, a 250 level event. We'll show you one little annoying thing that bothers me that they need to fix in this game. And I'm not bagging on the game. I like it. Obviously, I'm playing it and I'm doing a series on it, but there's things that can be improved. You'll remember that Stefan Kozlov just got hurt, said he should recover in 7 to 12 days. But when we look at the upcoming tournament that we are going to both be participating in this week in the New York Uniondale Open, you'll see Maxime is the 4th seed, so hopefully we can get a victory against Vasek Pospisil. But then Stefan Kozlov, even though he's injured, is still in the draw. Presumably he's going to withdraw from that, but sometimes they seem to make the players play even though they're banged up. So it's a bit incongruous with what they're doing. Our folks said that our assistant has unregistered them from all tournaments they were scheduled to participate in, but we see him in the draw in Uniondale, and he's only going to be injured 7 to 12 days, so he should be out of that Uniondale tournament. But then we look here ahead to week 10 to the Zhuhai Open, and because Kozlov is injured now, they don't let him into the tournament. So essentially the program is set up so that when you're injured, you still have to play in the tournaments that you're already signed up for. But then even though this tournament in Zhuhai is several weeks away when Stefan should be recovered from his 7 to 12 day injury, they unregister him from that. It's maddening. It's just an easy fix, and it's illogical, and hopefully the good folks at Tennis Manager will fix this going forward. And now I will get off my soapbox, and we will move into the Uniondale Open. And you can see here exactly what I'm talking about. Kozlov, not surprisingly, lost to the number 2 seed, Christian Garin, 6-2, 6-4. But just a couple days ago, our assistant said that Kozlov had been deregistered from every tournament that he was signed up for, which clearly was not the case. And he should have been recovering from his injury. Instead, he plays in a tournament this week when he's injured, and 3 or 4 weeks from now, when he's most likely not injured, he's been deregistered from that future event when he's going to be healthy. Clean it up, people who make Tennis Manager 2021. The good news is that Maxime did win 7-5, 7-5 with late breaks in each of the 2 sets against Pospisil. So now moves on to the round of 16 in this 250 level event against the qualifier, Radu Albat. And we have some good news for Maxime. As you can see, in these early stages of the season, have not achieved any of our ambitious goals for the year, but we have now have one that we will tick off the list. We've reached the quarterfinals of this Masters 250 level event. So want to keep the momentum going, but we won against Albat in the round of 16, 4-1. So now we got a tough match, the 4 seed us against the 5 seed Cameron Norrie, the 53rd and 56th ranked players in the world. Opportunity for us to get into the semifinal of a 250 level event for the first time. Have never faced Nori before, but you can see we're ranked very similarly. Maxime is pumped for this opportunity. Relax and play how you know that you're capable, Maxime. So this quarterfinal appearance in the 250 level event is the furthest that Maxime's ever got in this level tournament. And we are up an early break on Nori. So things are going well so far. That early break proved to be the difference as Maxime took the first set 6-4. They're asking us to take less risk, not give away so many free points. We're going to stay at high intensity. He still did really well with a 70% second serve return points won. Even with that higher level of intensity. Don't let him get his head above water, Maxime. And up an early break again here in the second set. And just broke again, 6-4, 6-2 win for Maxime Cressy over Cameron Nori. That's going to put us into the semifinals of a 250 level event. This is really big for Maxime's future and his potential ranking. So really pleased with how this tournament has gone so far. And let's focus on the next round, Maxime. Still got more work to do. You can see we're going to have a tough match coming up for us against Yannick Sinner. Oh, Stefan's injury is now minor. He'll be fully recovered in 2 days. Oh, then why did you cancel the tournament that he was going to play in March 6th when it's only February 17th? Sorry, I know I need to let that go. Anywho, preparing for the semifinal match against Sinner. You can see here he's the #1 seed, the 12th ranked player in the world, so we are definitely up against it in this match. But as the 4 seed, we've gotten through to the semifinal in this 250 level event, so we've done what's expected of us. Let's see if we can pull off an upset now. Never have played him before. Even our scout and our analyst acknowledge it's going to be a tough match. Going to need high return intensity against the young Italian. Maxime is pumped for the opportunity, and so are we. We're on serve in the early stages of this first set. Oh, got broke finally in the last game to fall 6-4. Let's see. Give it all you got, Maxime. Make me proud. And we just got broke early in the second set. So a 6-4, 6-2 loss to the 12th ranked player in the world, the #1 seed in the tournament. Obviously, you want to keep winning as long as you can, but we have to focus on the big picture. And our goal this year was to get to a quarterfinal at this level event, and it's only March, and we've already made it into the semifinal of an ATP 250 event. So a fine performance for Maxime, and you know, the season with the win in the 80 level event last week, and now making it to the semifinals of a 250 event this week is finally off to a solid start. And just looking at Maxime's ranking points for some context, you can see the 80 level events that we've won. Win those, get 80 points. The 90 level event we won last year, get 90 points if we win that. The semifinal appearance in the 250 level ATP Masters level event that we just played was also worth 90 points. So that semifinal appearance is important to us as a victory in the 90 level event, and you can see that 90 points that we got from that is the most points that Maxime has on his record right now from any tournament that go into his rankings. So a important performance for us last week. And we are actually at another 250 level event this week in Delray Beach, so we'll see how that goes. So after never having reached the quarterfinal of a 250 level event, Maxime has now done it 2 weeks in a row. Number 5 seed here in Delray Beach, lost the first set to Gillis Simon, but bounced back to win, and then just took out Vasil Kirkov 3-3 in straight sets. Tough match now, though, facing Christian Guerin, the 2nd seed, 23rd ranked player in the world. So we are the underdog in the quarterfinal, and you can see that the guy who vanquished us last week in the 250 level event is still along and a potential opponent for us in the future. But before we get there, we've got to beat Guerin today. 26-year-old from Chile. It's going to be a tough match against him. Scouts and analysts suggest we bet on a high return intensity. We're going to go high intensity with everything. Hopefully our big serve will help us. Onto the court for the start of this quarterfinal matchup. We're on serve early in the first set still. As soon as I say that, we get broken. And that break cost us. We lost the first set 6-4. Playing pretty well. No red areas of concern for us. We're going to talk to Maxine, try to pump him up a little bit, see if we can bounce back and get closer to the upset. Had a chance to break there and didn't, and now we've been broken. So 6-4, 6-3 losers in the quarterfinals. It is what it is. Would have liked to win, but a semifinal appearance and a quarterfinal appearance in 250 events in back-to-back weeks is still certainly progress for Maxime Cressy. Well, Stefan is back at the academy training this week 10 of the 2023 season, but Maxime is at the Indian Wells Masters. Won his first match against the qualifier Bradley Klahn, and now a bit of a tough draw, have to face the 13th seed, 14th ranked player in the world, Borna Coric, here in the round of 64. So definitely a potentially tough match for Maxime against the 26-year-old Croatian. Have never played against him before. Maxime is pumped for the opportunity. Go out there and play your best tennis, Maxime. And we just went down a break, but we broke back quickly. Looks like we could be headed to a tie. Oh, we just got broke. Ugh. So a 7-5 loss in the first set. Need to do more on our opponent's second serves. We're playing with full intensity already. Try to pump Maxime up. He's unfazed. Don't worry, man. You're going to get back in this. Still on serve here in the mid stages of the second set. And as I say that, we get broke. So a 7-5, 6-4 loss for us to Borna Coric. Made it to the round of 64, won a round at a Masters level event, which is still progress, but in a perfect world, we'd be doing a lot more than getting into the round of 64. We are at the Miami Masters. You can see we won our first match. Tough battle against 56th ranked Arthur Rinderknecht. And now an even tougher match ahead of us against the 28th ranked player in the world, or 28th ranked player in the tournament, 30th in the world, Lorenzo Macetti. A 21-year-old, so he's a very impressive young player. Maxime is pumped, ready to face Macetti as an underdog. Let's see if we can pull off an upset here in Miami. And we've been broken already here in the first set. Got broke again, a 6-2 loser. Definitely Not an optimal set. He was winning his service points pretty easily, and we were struggling on our serve. So we'll see if that pattern continues here in the second set. And we just got broke again early. Broke back though. And then we got broke. Oof. So traded breaks with him, but he ended up getting the extra one. So again, we lose after one win in a Masters level tournament in the round of 64. It is what it is. We are trying to get stronger, but it's going to be a battle. As we get to the end of March and get close to the end of the winter hardcourt season, financially we're still doing pretty good. Got $133,000 in the accounts, and we're getting close to completion of the upgrade to our business center, which will give us more revenue. Our staff salaries have been respected. The key is going to be retaining at least one and hopefully both of our players. I feel pretty confident that we're going to be able to get Stefan Kozlov into the top 100. It's definitely going to be more of a battle to get Maxime into the top 35 in the world, but that's obviously our goal for the remainder of this season. And we are at the end of the winter hardcourt season now, preparing for clay court season coming up. Stefan Kozlov was very busy. You can see he moved up from 165th in the world to 122nd in the world over the last 3 months. So 43 spots improved in the standings. Good job here. Played in 9 tournaments. He was very busy over the 13 weeks of the season, despite the injury that we talked about earlier. Record of 16-9. Did not win any tournaments, but got some good action. And this past week, he played in the clay court tournament at Santa Margarita de Pula, made it to the semifinals there, so he got a little bit of a clay court experience for Stefan before the clay court season gets going in earnest next week. Maxime, the results were a little bit more mixed. You can see we slipped from 47th to 50th in the world, despite some pretty strong results. His record for the clay court season was 13-6 in 7 tournaments. Obviously won that 80 level event a couple of months ago. So we think we're reasonably well positioned. As I mentioned just a few moments ago, getting Maxine into the top 35 in the world is definitely going to be a challenge for us, but that's what he's paying us the big bucks for. If we look at his contracts, we have reached the goal of getting to a quarterfinal now in a 500 or 250 level event, so that's positive. But winning in the case of a Grand Slam or a Masters, in the case of a Grand Slam, winning 3 matches to get to the round of 16. In a Masters event, it may only be 2 matches at times to get to a round of 16, but those are going to be challenges for him. If he kind of executes on one or both of those, that will increase his chances of getting into the top 35 in the world, but it's going to be questionable whether we can achieve that this year. And then we're still hoping that our agent, who has been on board with us now for 15 months and done essentially nothing, ultimately finds some new contracts for Maxime, given that he's now top 50 player in the world. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you have any comments, would love them down below, and would certainly appreciate it if you subscribe and like all of our videos. Have a great day.